kids. Welcome back. You guys are looking fantastic again. Everybody. Okay, I was going to go right into 8th grade, and then I thought, yeah, man, I got to get this out of the way because this is so amazing. You want to hear an amazing story? Sit down. I got something for you. I got to say this. Anybody out there that is just one person that thinks they're not enough to roll back negativity, I'm going to say how limiting your thinking and how that is totally incorrect. Uncle Martin dealt with something at a time in 1975, and I wanted to stay with school, but when I said it only takes one person, I got proof. I got proof for you, and here's the pudding. Yes, I went to concerts. The two that stood out for me was in the beginning, 1974, with some Compulsive Liar. I insist that you all find a compulsive liar early in your life rather than later, because earlier when your heart gets broken, it's a little tougher when you get a little more experience. That's all. I want to say that. I don't want to bring out compulsive lying at this time, but I suggest earlier than later. Now, the other thing was, it was 74 Years Theater, New York, with a compulsive liar, Kathy, that's all I'll say. And it was Mata Hoople and the Queen, well, the band. And I believe Queen wasn't well known, 74, if anybody knows. It was Mata Hoople. Well, I listened to both of them. They were on film. Probably we weren't on it. We were up in the way stands. Nosebleeds, as they say. But the guy says, yell, scream, man, yeah. So we did, but yeah. So the point was being, Mata Hoople, I believe Queen came out first, and everybody screaming and everything, and then Mata Hoople or something, because Queen was starting. I said to everybody afterwards, I said, hey, Queen, they will remember. Mata Hoople, they'll forget. They all, it's Mata Hoople. I said, you guys don't, I don't know, you guys can pick up vibration, man. Hey, who remembers Mata Hoople? Who remembers Queen? So from there, the next one was Led Zeppelin. This is the crazy one. I didn't even know I was kind of involved in until, well, what I looked up, I had to Google and all that because I didn't know if it was 75, and it was 75. It was Led Zeppelin in Long Island. I had to spend the night with Tom at Grand Central Station with Larry, another guy that came up from Arizona. I got him a ride. I gave him a job I was a qualified brakeman, Jersey Central. I got him a job as a gandy dancer. He puts spikes into the rail, keeps the rail down on the railroad ties. Just putting a little picture out there. We spend the night in Grand Central Station. We were on window pane. It's just one of those things you did. Some guy named Timothy Leary. I thought it was very positive, and now I understand it's negative. You learn. Whatever we do, we learn. Or we don't learn. You'll learn. Or you don't learn. You learn. Or you don't learn. I want you to choose. That's all. We spend the night overnight. So when we got there on the concert time, okay, it was in February. And that's all I can say right now. Yeah. So it was the February one in Long Island that I attended. I was now in line at the ticket stand. See, it was later on. You had to go back to get your tickets. Or no. You spent the night and then you go get your tickets. But we wanted good tickets. And by the way, we got 16th row. Hey, added up, it's 7. Is that spiritual or what? Come on, it's 7 keeps popping up. So we're in line. And we're there for, it seems like forever. I think they were going to open up about 8:30 or so. So this is what happens. I say it only takes one person to stand up and say no. Simple as that. And I'm proof in the pudding, apparently, when I look into this, what happened earlier. And I didn't know about it happening earlier until yesterday. And I'm going to go through this real fast here. The whole line, oh my gosh. We were kind of far, not far. We had, yeah, there was only like 5 or 6 guys in front of us. And I still got the crummy 16th row. I'm thinking, so they must have been, what, scalpers or something? You know, like buy a bunch, right? I guess that's why they were always sold out really quick. Kind of makes sense. So from there all the way down, it went around. It was like, I'm going to say, I want to say a couple thousand, but I'm going to keep it. And as we added up, it could have been because it. The lady, I'm close enough to hear the concession lady. I'm really sorry. And now I'm knowing why she's so apologetic. And her voice was that. It was fear. She said, I'm really sorry. And this kid next to me was listening. See, there's Tom, Larry, me. Tom, Larry, me. And then this other guy right behind me. Now, I could hear what the lady was saying. She says, I'm so sorry. It was like 8:30. I'm so sorry. They came with we got the tickets. They're coming, but they're going to be late. It's going to be here by 9. It's only going to be a half hour late. And I don't know. I'm okay with that. The guy behind me, you know what he says? He steps out of line. You know what he says? There's a bunch of people all the way down. You can't even see how long it is, but you can see that it goes around the corner. There's a lot of people, guys. It was a mob. It was a mob. No way out. It wasn't like 187, 234, like I said. And I was being kind there, but this is 10 times more. And he steps out, the guy behind me, and he steps out and he says, they're not going to give us our tickets. And it went, boom, boom, boom. We're not getting our tickets. And then it was, rah! And so it was like, it was kind of a small rah. And then it got more as he spoke. He says, we're not going to put up with this. And I'm thinking, I'm standing, I'm waiting to see what he has to say. But I feel the momentum getting more and more by this one white rebel rouser. I don't care if you're white, black, yellow, brown, or red. You can be any color as a mob inciter. Basically what it comes down to. I had it on a smaller scale. I thought it was big, but this is getting crazy. And then I can see the momentum going, and he says, we're not going to put up with this. And then again. And then he says, we're going to do what we did to the last place. And I didn't know where the last place was. And they go crazy. They go, I mean, now it's like, it goes down, and you can hear around the corner going, Rah! I'm thinking, I just felt, I don't know. I felt in my heart, actually a bolt of blue lightning went through me. I don't know if it was blue or white, but it went through me like Hercules, all right? And I said, in my mind, I don't think this is positive here. So what I did, I stepped out next to him and I yelled down to those guys. All I said was, no, we won't. And then it shut up. I guess they were E.F. Hutton. They're waiting. What else I had to say? I said, the tickets are coming, and you're not going to do this because, I had a motive behind it. I said, I've spent all night at Grand Central Station for these tickets. They're coming. And I am here first. And then it all died down. There was no more yelling. This guy shut up and got back in line. He was about my size. I wasn't going to start a fight, but buddy boy, it was going to be, when you do that kind of stuff, arm wrestling's out for Uncle Martin, all right? That's just the way I felt about it. So everything happened. We got a crummy 16th row. We go to the show. We're in the 16th row. And, Plant's up there, double guitar, Stairway to Hell or Heaven, however you want to look at it. And he's playing away. And then they were, the closer ones, I'm very grateful I was in the 16th row. They're spitting big old hawkers at people, and they're trying to catch it with their mouth. And I'm saying, Tom, what the heck's going on? And he says, they're full of coke and they're getting high. And we were already, window pane and all the other stuff. And I said, I'm okay. And it was like, I'm thinking, I wouldn't catch anybody spit in my mouth. I don't care who you are, right? It was just me. And I'm glad I didn't have to dodge anything. But 16th row, we're really close. So Tom has to go to the bathroom at the end, right? And this is where all the finales happen. There goes the concerts, you know what I'm talking about. The finale is what you want to hang around with. So Tom goes back back to he goes, I got to go to the bathroom. I said, yeah, really? And we're all sitting, watching. And then he's in the bathroom, and he comes out, and he says, did I miss anything? He said it. And we're standing on top of the chair screaming, yeah! It was one of the best finales I ever saw at a concert. So here Tom comes out and says, did I miss anything? I was peeing and the walls were shaking. And I said, you missed the best closing. So we go back home. I was barefoot. I was barefoot for a year out in the desert too. Man, put down on the back shelf. So Tom, Larry, and I are going home, and it was really strange. It was like in February, but on the way home, it's snowing. It's snowing like we've never seen before. Snowing. In fact, we're in New York. We have to get to New Jersey. It was so bad. Sometimes they close freeways and stuff. It was very close. We almost didn't make it there because the snow was piling quite a few feet. Now the other thing is Tom didn't have a heater. Oh boy, would that have been an experience, right? No heater in the middle of a snowstorm? Oh my. Well, that would have been negative. Positive was we got home. All right. That's all I was going to say about that. My point being, I didn't know how close it was that something may have happened. And I'm saying maybe not. That could have maybe turned out positive with that little rebel rouser suggesting what he did. That's possible. But then I looked up for you kids. I was going to say, I want to be accurate as I can with these kids. So I remember 74 with Mata Hoople and Queen. But then I said, Led Zeppelin. I knew it was Long Island. I didn't remember what year. I said 75, in my mind 75. So I put out there Google. And now Google might change this. So I say, maybe check it out sooner than later. I Googled. They wouldn't tell me until I said, because I said concession stands, because that's what he says. Let's do what we did to the last concession stand. And I'm thinking, what did they do? So I was always in the back of my mind, never checked it out until yesterday. And I said to Google, it wouldn't give me the answer. Sometimes you have to go to the back door sometimes. And I said, specifically, was there any riots that went on in Led Zeppelin in 1975? Boston. Boston had the strangest riot in history. It was just before then. They were waiting for tickets. What happened was there was some rebel rouser, and he started a riot because the ticket situation, there was a problem. I'm saying this sounds pretty coincidental, but there was a problem. So what happened was one rebel rouser started a whole mob. It was 11 concession stands were destroyed. There was 300 cases of beer drank on the spot. They got fire hoses shooting at each other. They had bottles thrown at each other. It read something like it was remarkable that there wasn't as many injuries that could have happened. And then from there, it was, blah, blah, blah. You have to check it out. Look Boston's most unusual riot at Led Zeppelin. You might have something unless they change it. They changed things on me. I don't want to go there. It has to do with your mortal enemy. I can't find the whole list that I had. I have it written down. Thank you, I did. So if I find it, I'll go through that. My point being this. I didn't know all this stuff until now. And then later on, which clicks in because they said at the Who concert, California. I was in California. I was in Malibu. I'm in California. I wasn't at that concert, but I heard when I was there in 79, there was at the Who concert, there was some rebel rouser getting some ticket thing going again, I guess. And the mob, a big mob, thousands of people pushed like fences over. People were crushed to death. Kids were killed going to a concert. And they didn't know how it really started or anything. It was just one of those things. They couldn't breathe and got crushed because everybody's on top of them. All right, that was 79. So I'm putting this together now. I was trying to put something for you guys. I think I got something for you as an idea, a thought of maybe how one person could really turn the tide on a negative situation. That's all I'm saying. So I didn't know all that until I read the police, everything like that. They had a hard time getting everything in control. And as I think back, every time I've been involved in somebody going, let's do what we did to the last guy, I guess I'm kind of involved indirectly. I don't know how it happens. I know it just must be a coincidence. But that's what happened. So I'm saying to you, high school, college, whoever you are, preschool, kindergartens, when anything like Ring Around the Rosie, Monkey in the Middle, it just takes one person. No, I didn't say go in there and start fighting. I say if you have the fortitude, tenacity to stand outside the circle and look at it, because see, this is the other thing. I don't know if I told you. Means you, me, or the gang. So let's say the gang is invited. That means nobody else is invited. That's what happens because everybody knows the law. That's what they say. Dad always said, make sure you know. Make sure you know it's you and it's more than you and him for rule number 4, knocking out the biggest guy. So I was thinking yesterday, how about this? I never thought about 2 people, like let's say me and another guy, big guy, a guy that's really big. And me and him, we come into the room. I'm smiling, he's smiling. Well, guess who's going to get picked on? Me. I was always smaller. So let's just say, he's not, they're going to leave the big guy alone. That's the way bullies work. You remember? More than one person to take you out. Dad said you're a weak person. You're a weak-minded, moral person. He didn't say all that, but I got to say, I believe that would be the consideration you might have to think about. The hypothesis that I have here is why Dad said that. Okay, this is what it is. Nobody else is around, obviously. It's a gang of people around you. You're in the middle. And what happens is now this guy, he was out taking a pee or what we did got late or whatever. He didn't hear about this. He just came out after school. He was late going in, late coming out. Now he wants to make friends. So he comes out, he sees the circle, and he goes over and now he's part of the circle looking at her. He doesn't say anything. He just, can I make a friend? And then you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know. You thought he came in with you, but you didn't know he's a new guy. You're a new guy. You didn't know. You didn't know. You didn't know. So you're standing there thinking, hey, this is another guy. Looks like he's the biggest guy. So remember, casually, never run, casually go over to the biggest guy. You can even say, what was that again, guys, that you were saying? I don't know. I don't remember what you were saying. And then you go, bah! And you knock the guy out. Well, you will because he's, and he won't expect it even more than anybody. Now everybody's going to like, who is this guy? Just knock the biggest guy. We're leaving him alone. We don't want anything to do with him. Maybe he'll join the club. And this other little guy we're going to take care of. That's it. So either way you look at it, these guys are going to step back. That's what I'm saying. God forbid something like that happens. You have to knock out the biggest guy. That's so negative. But you're going to have a space to get out of. The circle will be broken. Don't break the circle. You hear that a lot. Well, in this case, you're going to break the circle. You're going to get out, stand back, and say, oh, I don't know you guys. It's my first day. I don't know what you're coming across. I don't think I like the way you're handling yourselves. You know what? I don't want to be part of this club. You know what I want? I want you all just to leave me alone, all right? Just leave me alone and keep backing up. See if they're going to run at you. I say they will not run at you. I'll say they'll reassess what you've done and then start clicking. You know what? I think that little mouse is a little too tough for us. He's got more than a grain of sand. He's got a fistful of sand. All right. And then the poor guy that fell down. I don't know if he's going to join a club or not, but that could be him out of nowhere or the big guy that's in the circle. The circle will be broken when you casually go over and knock them out. And even if you don't knock them out, you're so small, can't even do a push-up. I suggest you might start with 3 push-ups, work up to 7, get up to 11. 50 would be great, 52. But you'll get stronger. And all you guys, you might not even have to deal with any of this, you little mice out there. I'm just saying, think about it ahead of time. Start working the body to where don't run home to the computer so fast. Don't sit down and watch the cartoons. Start doing some push-ups. Hey, do push-ups while you're watching cartoons. That's perfect. What I'm saying is climb the rope, swing on a rope. You're not going to climb a rope right off. You're not there. You have the muscles. You got to work up that. So swing on the rope. Whatever you like. Weights are fine. I don't care what age you are. Preschoolers, kindergartners. I was climbing that rope. Remember in my first grade, and I was already boxing with Dad and wrestling, and I got those karate techniques. That was after my first fight in eighth grade. I swear I'll get to that. But it was just all these things seem to come to. I think it's coming to a pattern of a puzzle. Somebody has to see what Uncle Martin's talking about. It's just that there's always negativity coming at you. It's kids, while you're breathing. Every day, negativity or positive, depending on what you're sending out. It's coming back tenfold. You guys don't know that yet. Maybe you do. You don't even choose. I want you to choose. And go, Dad always said, Dad really didn't say pick positive or negative, hot or cold. He just said, whatever you do, I want you to do well. Well sounds, as much as I can, sounds like 100% to me. And he was always 100%. Actually, he was 1,000%. But that would probably be another universe. Right now, we're just working with 100%. So we got everybody having their own thoughts. What is right or wrong or You guys haven't decided even to discern what is going on. All I was going to say is it just takes one person to say no. And either you're going to do it or not. You're going to stand and watch, and you're afraid, or you're going to say no. And that's what I was going to say. You big guys out there that see this happening, I don't say go in there and do anything. Just you are probably going to be the only one. And I don't care if you're tall, middle, or small. Small guys, you might have something too. I mean, you're not going to put up with this crud. And you're going to stand outside the circle looking, and they're going to look at you, and you're going to look at them like, yeah, I'm looking at you. What are you going to do here? Well, we're going to go beat up that guy, and you're next. That is the concept. When they're done with the guy in the middle, they're coming to you. That's why nobody's around watching. Nobody wants to be next. Who wants to be next? You'd have to be a real strong individual to stand up and say, yeah, I guess I'm next, I want to play the game in the middle. I want to play monkey in the middle. Come on in! And then, what was that again? You were talking about that guy, and pow! The biggest guy. Tell me the circle won't be opened. Tell me you won't be able to step out, and you can now say, hey, look, whether you're new there or not, you're going to say, I've been seeing this happen a lot, and I haven't really been involved at this time, but I just feel it to be just me, maybe a little negative, What do you think about that, guys? And by the way, I don't care what you think. I think this. I want to be left alone. Tell me, kids, who would want to get a guy like that? You tell me. Somebody? Who? These guys are so weak that it takes a bunch of guys to take out one. It's usually always the little guy. I never saw anybody pick on a big guy. Nobody ever picked on Tom. Tom was like, I told you, he's in third grade. I'm saying that he's higher than the fifth graders. Tom never had a problem. I don't know. I got to get a hold of Tom. I got to say, man, buddy, I want to hear from you soon. I guess he's really busy. I don't know. I'm just saying. Anybody, whatever size you are, doesn't matter who you are, you can stop negativity at any time. If you have the heart to do that, a heart. We all have to have a heart someday. You remember? I said forgiveness, love. Love is bandied about. I love my shoes. I love my hat. I love my pants. I love my hat. I love my girl. I love my car. I love my house. I love. But do I love other people? Heck no, man. I love me. And maybe I love you a little bit, but I don't love you. I don't love you. Selfish. Selfishness is what is negativity on any level. Selfishness. Being more giving, not just to yourself, but to everyone, is positive. Unless you're under the guise over here. Everybody says, he's a saint. He's a really good person. He's a really bad. But in their intent may appear to be positive, but their intent is you might get some houses or whatever, but I'm gonna get a lot more, and it looks like I'm a real positive guy, yeah. But in reality, they're really working from this side. So there's so many ways. That's why I say Come in breathing. We're going to learn whether you go to school or not. You're going to learn out on the street. You're going to learn. That's the other thing. The people that say, I don't know, Chicago, whatever you want to pick. These kids are hoods. They're hoods. No, they're kids. They're kids. Remember? Rary and Dad said they're kids. They're just kids. Mom said they were hoods until she came together and said, they're kids. I never heard hoods after that. It's just your perception. Your perception. These kids are hoods. They're animals. They're animals. Sure, we're animals. Our subconscious is an animal. We have to be a lion tamer. A lion tamer. Get that in control, that wild beast within us. Or not. Just let it go. Go. Get crazy. You can do that too. You have a choice. You always have a choice. You want to be in control or out of control? You want to go with chaos? Or whatever, the opposite side. Creativity. I can't think of anything, but the two sides. You don't get no choices here except positive, negative, positive, negative. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting excited about this, but I don't know. This Zeppelin thing, I was just going to say, I remember being there when this little white big mouth mob inciter, I watched, I'm going to say probably thousands of people because it went around the corner. When you hear roar, 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 all the way around, there was at least 1,000 or more people there. It had to be because it was a way long distance to get around the corner. I'm saying it just kept going bigger and bigger and bigger till I said, man, I don't know. I wasn't even thinking I was going to do anything. It was just that bolt of either blue or white lightning of Hercules that went through me that I said, not on my watch, buddy boy. Well, you know what? I might have been selfish to a certain extent. I'm thinking, well, it could have been the acid. And by the way, that is negative. It seems like it's positive, everybody there. But you learn. What do you learn? Well, I learned that I'm not going to do it anywhere. Even if somebody, I'll tell you what, I got a story from that too, on just different ways of looking at things. It gets pretty exciting after a while, I think. I don't know. Maybe nobody's excited about it, But I'm thinking positive, terrific here. Not Tom Terrific, that's Captain Kangaroo. What dog was the name of Tom Terrific? Anybody? Manford, Mighty Manford. We named one of our dogs Manford. Maybe a coincidence. So, Conehead, funnel comes out, string, but he's now Tom Terrific. You can be a Tom Terrific at any point in your life, kids. You little kindergartners, preschoolers, maybe you know what I'm talking about. I bet you do. There's somebody you got around you. And all you other guys, I know you had to have some situation you were either coming in and helping or watching, and you saw the outcome of it. I bet it was more positive than negative, depending on what you were doing at the time. And I'm saying we all have a choice in life, and that's what I was going to say. We're going to get negative and positive sent to us at our doorstep from the time we wake up in the morning. We wake up from Tamara is here in so many respects. It's how negativity will be sent to you. Positive things will be sent to you depending on how much negativity and negative positive you send out. It's coming back tenfold. It's just the way it works. There's no way out of it. I know you can't see it and feel it now, but I'm just saying, give it an idea of possibly. And I always believed everyone I listen to. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to do research on what kind of poo-poo Uncle Martin's saying, or does he have some factual, some kind of information for you to grow with? All right? I'd say corn. No weeds, but it's up to you. Oh, boy. So the negativity that you're getting sent that day, let's go with negativity. If you're really getting a lot of negativity, how's it coming to me? Well, maybe it's where you're thinking. Possibly. So the negativity will, at some level, be put to you on some level, either physically, mentally, or spiritually. It will come to you. What are you going to do when it does? It'll be up to you. It'll be up to you and you, how you handle the negativity. Is it going to be creatively, positively, or negatively? Are you going to send negativity back? All you're doing is making more negative karma. You have two choices, you know. Don't let it bother you. A name calling, don't let it bother you. I can't get this across enough to you. Let them call whoever they want. If it's you, I don't care. I'm concerned, but I'm not going to even tell you that. I don't care. All right? Okay, that's all I got. I got to run out of time again. I'm going to get back to the 8th grade if nothing else happens. Until then, aloha! Be well.